Cassie here, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming at you with a quick tip for how to handle new ideas when you're already working on something else. This happens to me constantly. I'm always coming up with new story ideas, and what I do with them kind of depends on the idea itself. It kind of depends on how excited I am about that idea. If it's just a fleeting thought of like, oh, that'd be an interesting story, then I will write it down on a note in my phone. I talked about this a little bit last week in my video about keeping notes and audio files on your phone, so I'll link that down below if you want to check that out. But basically I have a special electronic sticky note on my phone that is dedicated to story ideas. So I just write story idea, and then I just jot down a very quick description of whatever it was I came up with. Sometimes it's just an overarching plot, like two people fall in love but one of them is a ghost, you know, something like that. Other times it can be more specific, but if it's just sort of a quick thought, then I will just jot it down, make sure I don't forget about it, and then continue working on whatever project I was already doing. Now, there are the occasional times when something is more than just a fleeting thought and it really just invades my thoughts and I get so excited about it. And in that case, I do a little bit more than just jotting it down. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I need a little bit of a break from my current project. So if you can handle working on two projects at once, it's not ridiculous to, you know, set aside your main work in progress for a little bit to kind of play around with this other thing. Kristen Martin mentioned this in one of her videos. I can't remember which one it is, but I mean, she's awesome, so just go watch all her videos. I believe she said she takes about a week or so if she comes up with a new idea while she's working on something else. She'll take a chunk of time off, set aside her main project, and just get all her thoughts out about this new thing as quickly as possible. Just either like outlining or specific scenes or whatever. She'll just get it all out so that it's all out of her mind and she can pick up her main project again and focus on that, which I think is a really good way to do things. Currently I am working on two projects because this happened to me where I was working on something and I just got so excited about this other thing. And at the same time, I was also feeling a little blocked on my main project, so I kind of needed to take a step back and take a break. So maybe that would work for you if you are feeling a little blocked and you already feel like you need to take a break from your project, then maybe now is the time to kind of play around with something else for a while. But just make sure that you remember to go back to your other project and don't just get too wrapped up in this new thing that you abandon that one completely. But another thing that I wanted to mention that actually just really accidentally worked out very well for me, at least I think it's gonna work out this way. I have two projects I'm working on. My main project, Broken Together, which is the sequel to Keep No Record. And then I have this side project that is unnamed, and I'm not very far along in that, but I'm just really excited about it. And it happened to work out perfectly that if I work really hard, I will probably be able to finish the first draft of Broken Together by the end of October, which means that I can pick up this new other project that I've sort of played around with, but it's not like I'm not super deep into it yet. I can pick that up for NaNoWriMo. So that is also something to think about. The community does NaNoWriMo in November and July, I believe. This is my first time that I'm gonna be participating in that, but I believe it's November and July that they do sort of a national writing month where you challenge yourself to write a 50,000 word novel in a month. So if you have an idea for a new story, maybe it would be best to jot down your thoughts really quick so you don't forget about it, but then continue to work on your main project until something like NaNoWriMo comes up, either in November or in July, because it's a little, I mean, you can just keep writing your current project during NaNoWriMo and just use it to help you get a good word count in, But a lot of people like to start something new for that month and set aside whatever they're currently working on. So that is the perfect time to pick up that other story that you were excited about. I also mentioned in another video of mine, which I will link below, to let your work rest when you're finished with the first draft. So again, that is a great time to pick up this other project that you've been kind of thinking about, but you don't want to distract yourself from your main project. Jot down the ideas, make sure you don't forget about it, and then continue working on your main project until it's done, until the first draft is done, I mean. And then you're gonna have to set that aside anyway for a while just to let it rest so you can come back to it with a clear mind. You also might be at that point giving your work to beta readers or critique partners, so that is a really good time to pick up a new project. And if you already have something set aside that you are excited about, then that just makes it really natural to move on to that next thing, and you already have those ideas there. You don't have to sit down and think, oh, like, what am I gonna work on next? Honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna have that problem for like years with the amount of story ideas I have written down on my phone. I have like way too many story ideas to ever even write. So basically, to sum up, what I would suggest for new ideas when you're currently working on something else is to jot down your ideas somewhere safe so that you won't forget about them, and then continue working on your main project until either it's finished or it reaches a point where you feel like you need to set it aside, in which case that's a natural time to pick something else up, or wait for a community event like NaNoWriMo where you might want to do something new for that month and then go back to your other project after that's done. I hope that all made sense, and I hope it helped some of you to organize your thoughts better when you have a new idea and you're already working on something. The exciting thing about that is that you know when you're finished with this, you have something else to do. You're not gonna have to sit around and feel like you have nothing to work on or try to force yourself to come up with an idea in a non-organic way. You've already come up with the idea and you just gotta wait. Also, it gives you a lot of incentive to get that first project done. That is the stage that I'm at right now. I'm really excited about this new idea, so that's making me really excited to finish this first idea so that I can move on to the thing I'm more excited about, if that makes sense. And honestly, that's what happened with my first book too. At a certain point in writing Keep No Record, I started thinking about some ideas for Broken Together, and I was so excited about Broken Together that I wanted to start writing that, but I had to finish Keep No Record first. So it gave me a lot of incentive to get through that. And apparently that's just a pattern of mine, because that's totally happening again right now, and it'll probably happen again the next time around too. I hope these tips helped you, and if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up, and if you want to see more from me in the future, subscribe below. I post new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. My debut novel, Keep No Record, is available for purchase on Amazon. Check it out before the sequel arrives. And that's it. I'll see y'all next time, and have a great day. Bye!